you know. And if, at first it's starting right here, you know, the federal level, but it's gonna trickle down. You know, you even got some restaurants, you know, in different places, saying that you can't enter into this establishment unless you got that vaccine. So it's just gonna keep going down more and more. It's not finna just stop there. It's gonna keep escalating. In verse 4, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. No, the door's gonna be shut. And I just broke that down. How they saying, you know, you can't go to this place, can't go to the gyms and things of that nature, you know? And eventually it's gonna reach to the grocery stores. You know, because they're going to say, well, you can't feed your family unless you get this vaccine. And going to go to verse 4. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. You know, because all this music and all this folly and all this bullshit going to stop. You know, because if you want to go to a football game, you got to get that vaccine. And it says, verse 5, also when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fear shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish. Why that fear is going to be in the way? Because they see everything that's going on, and they not going to be able to do nothing about it. You know, because they have no faith in Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. You know, they faith is in bullshit, is in money. You know, it's in materialistic shit. And the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fail, because man goeth to his long home, and the mourners go about the streets. You know, because they're going to be protesting. As we said, it's going to be uproars of the people. You know, so you got people protesting in different places, you know, and it's just gonna keep escalating more and more and more. And we're gonna go to Isaiah 47:1. This is Isaiah 47:1, and it reads, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Babylon is aka America. You know, Babylon the Great is aka America. And they're saying, O virgin daughter, because this place has never been hit. You know, even if you was to say 9/11, you know, that was a false flag. That was something that they orchestrated, you know, to further their agenda. That this place has never been hit. That's why it's called them, O virgin daughter of Babylon. But this place gonna get hit. It says, sit on the ground. There is no throne, because the Lord gonna take that shit away. You know, the Lord is gonna strip all that, because the Lord gonna come back, you know, and claim what is his. It said, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. You know, because this place gonna go up in smoke. It ain't gonna be no tender and delicate here, you know. And it says, take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yeah, thy shame shall be seen. You know, they lifting up the skirt of Esau. They showing, and we bringing out everything that you need to know about this man, you know. It said the hands are given, the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. Who in control right now? Esau, the wicked, you know, the white man. And it reads, I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. When the Lord come back, he not going to meet you as he did before, you know. The Lord is coming back in a glorious state, you know. He coming out to judge and make war, as we read earlier. The Lord is not coming to play games. The Lord didn't say he was coming to send peace. The Lord say he's coming to send a sword, you know. And that means a lot of people gonna die. And it reads, as for our Redeemer, Yahweh of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. It says, sit thy silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. And I got Salakia. I got a precept on that. You know, they saying happy birthday. You're not even supposed to be celebrating your birthday. You know, you're supposed to be giving all praises to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah. Even Job said, you know, there's just something in the spirit. You know, even Job said, cursed be the day I was born. I just overhear them. We're going to go to Revelation 17 and 16. And it reads, Revelation 17 and 16, because this is about how the Lord is going they say is no more shall be tender and delicate, and they shall no more be the Lady of Kingdoms. And this is the precept. And it reads, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, those 10 horns represents different nations. And it says, these shall hate the whore and shall make her desolate and naked. You know, because they gonna rage war with Esau. They no longer think that they is a superpower. You know, they see that America is weak. And it reads, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. That fire is them thermonuclear missiles they gonna shoot, you know, with them ICBM missiles. And it reads, for the Most High have put in their hearts to fulfill his will. You know, that's another cut on that free will. You know, they fulfilling Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah's will, not their own will. That's what the Lord wants them to do. And to agree and give the kingdom unto the beast, until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. And it says, and the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. You know, that's America, you know, because this place have a lot of things. And how can you, we could go back to the trade war with China. How can you sanction them, you know, in their own shit? You know, because the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. We're gonna go back to Isaiah 47. In verse 6. This is Isaiah 47 and verse 6. And it reads, I was wroth with my people, I have polluted my inheritance, and give them into thy hand. You know, because we came over here, you know, we were scattered through the four corners of the earth, right? Thou didst show them no mercy, upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. And we're gonna go to a precept. Let me get it. Oh, did I not? Yeah. We're going to go to James 2 and 13 for the precept. This is James 2 and 13 because it says, he showed us no mercy in this place. He stripped away our heritage. We don't know who we are as a people. We think that us and Issachar and Ephraim them, which is you know, Puerto Ricans and the Mexicans, you know, they think that we not one people, when really they are really our brothers, you know. And it reads, for he shall have judgment without mercy, they have showed no mercy, and mercy rejoices against judgment. You know, because they showed no mercy, they're not going to receive no mercy. That's why all the Edomites is going to be done away with. And before they be done away with, they got to go through 1,000 years of slavery. They got to rebuild the earth, which they fucked up. And we're going to go back to verse 6 of Isaiah 47. And it says, I was wroth with my people, I have polluted my inheritance and given them into thy hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou doest not lay these things to thy heart, neither did remember the latter end of it. Meaning, you know, Esau didn't look to the latter end of the shit he was doing. He just wanted to be as wicked as possible. Everything that the Lord set up, what the laws us was set up, you know, he did contrary to them. You know, he didn't show us no mercy. You know, everything that is set up, it is literally made for us to go off. And that's why he didn't look to his latter end. So the Lord is going to destroy him. And thou said, I shall be a lady forever. You know, he said these things in his heart. You know, he said, I'm going to be, you know, the wicked forever. He think that nobody sees him. You know, just because the Lord allowed him to do what he allowed him to do, the Lord still sees him. You know, the Lord still required that which is past. And thou sayest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart. You know, like again, he didn't think of these things in his heart, and his heart means his mind. He didn't think of these things while he was doing them. Neither did remembrance the latter end of it. Verse 8, therefore hear now this. It's like, thou that are given to pleasures that dwellest carelessly, that says in thy heart, I am, and no one else is beside me. You know what I was just saying? You know, he think that it's just him. You know, he think he gonna control the earth forever. You know, he think the Lord ain't gonna come back. And he didn't look to the latter end of these things. And he said, I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. You know, he think that everything he doing, he think he gonna fulfill in his heart. He think he gonna fulfill his enterprise, which is it's just like transhumanism. You know, he think he gonna fulfill humans becoming one with machines. You know, that's his enterprise. He think he gonna sit as the Most High. He think he gonna have that throne forever, and that's not so. That's not the Lord's heart. That's not the Lord's mind. You know, that's not what the Lord intended. So the Lord got to destroy him. And in verse 9, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day. You know, the Lord said these things gonna come to him in a moment, in one day. The loss of children and widowhood. So the things that he thought he not gonna lose, he gonna lose that and more. He gonna lose everything. Everything that he has is gonna be stripped away from him. Everything that he has is gonna be given unto the children of Israel. You know, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And then verse 9, we still in verse 9. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thy enchantments. You know, because he's summoning Satan, and he got his sorcerers and witches and things of that nature. You know, it says, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. You know, he trusted in all these things. You know, sacrificing children. That's why a lot of you Jake children are missing. You know, and ain't nobody looking for you. And thou hast said, none seeth me. You know, when I said we gonna lift up the skirts of Esau Edom, you know, that's the way we lifting up his skirt. You know, we saying what the things he are doing. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge it have perverted thee. And thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. you know, because he think he gonna rule forever. He think that he gonna be as the Most High, you know.
We'll be on the sidewalk, right? We'll take a sidewalk.
And it reads, verse 11, therefore shall evil come upon thee, you know, evil gonna come upon his ass. He gonna lose everything. Thou shalt not know from which it rises, you know. He ain't gonna know where it came from. All he gonna know is that death is at its corner, you know. He gonna know that he gonna go back into slavery, you know. And mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off. This ain't nothing he gonna be able to get rid of, you know. The Lord is gonna make due on his part. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know, you know, because everything he gonna have is gonna be stripped away from him. Everything that he hoarded up and things of that nature, it's gonna be taken. And we're gonna go to Matthew 24 and 37. This is Matthew 24 and 37. And it reads, but as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. You know, what was the days of Noah were? We gonna get into it. It says, as far as in the days that were before the flood, right? Before all this hell and destruction come, you know, they were eating and drinking, you know. What they got going on over there? They eating, drinking, you know, having a good time, celebrating somebody's birthday, marrying and giving in the marriage until the day that Noah entered the ark, you know, until the men, you know, when all of the men be sealed, you know. That's how we gonna enter into the ark, when all of us is sealed. And knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also this coming of the Son of Man be, you know. Because when we entered in the ark, that's when people gonna be afraid. That's when people gonna want to get right, you know. But it's gonna be too late, you know. Just as it was too late when Noah was prophesizing for 100+ years, right? Telling them, get yourself right. That water was gonna fall from the sky. And they laughed at him. They scoffed at him. You know, they took him as a joke, you know. They ain't taking heed to this word, you know. And it's the same thing going around right here. You don't see nobody gathering right here trying to see what's going on, you know, what I'm talking about, you know. And we're going to read 38 again. First, in the days that were before the flood, that were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, to the day that Noah entered the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So also shall the coming of the Son of Man be, you know, because the Lord say he coming as a thief in the night, you know. When a thief enter into your house, you not knowing when he gonna come, you know, because you sleep, you know, you not woke, you not looking at things that's going around in the world, you know, you just giving unto your wickedness, you know. And then we're gonna go to Proverbs and 1. This is Proverbs 1 and 20. It says, wisdom crieth without. She utter her voice in the streets. You know, that's where we at right now. You know, wisdom is crying out right now, you know, but ain't nobody taking heed. You know, it says wisdom crieth without. She utter her voice in the streets. Not in the damn church when they telling you lies. When they say, oh God, nah, ain't none of that bullshit. You know, they not telling you nothing to get yourselves right. They the same one that pray over pork and eat it. You know, you're not supposed to eat pork. It says, she crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the open of the gates, in the city she uttereth her word, saying, how long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity? How long you gonna be simple? How long you just gonna just do bullshit and wickedness, you know? How long you gonna love that shit? And that shit ain't helping our fucking people, you know? We the ones at the fucking bottom, you know? All we gotta do is turn to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, our true power, you know? And it says, how long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning. And fools hate knowledge, you know? Because there's wisdom right here. But they think it's, Salakia. They think it's evil, you know? It says, how long will you simple ones, will you love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning. And fools hate knowledge, you know? They hate what's going on right now, you know? They not taking heed to what's going on right now. Yeah, they see me, but they not coming up and saying, you know, what's this about, you know? What's that about? What's going on in the world? And it says, turn you at my reproof, and I will pour out my spirit unto you, and I will make known my words unto you. You know, how is the Lord making known unto his words? Because you got men, right, on the streets teaching in the name of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, which is Yahweh is who you ignorantly call God, and Yahweh Shai is who you ignorantly call Jesus. And it reads 24, because I have called and ye refuse, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. You know how is the Lord stretching out his hand? He's putting his prophets on the street, telling you what's going on, what's going to happen in the future, you know? And it says that he stretched out his hand. That's how he's stretching out his hand. But no man regarded. You don't see nobody around me, you know, saying what's going on. And 25, but you have set at naught all my counsel, and with none of my reproof. It said, I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. You know, because the Lord gonna be laughing when you faced with this shit, you know? When you can't feed your family. The Lord say he gonna mock when your fear cometh. In verse 27, when your fear cometh as desolation, when you can't feed your children no more, when you can't feed your damn self. You know, that's how the Lord is going to mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you. Then shall they call upon me, and I will not answer. You know, it's going to be too late. When you started calling on Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, calling on the Lord ain't having that. The Lord ain't going to answer your wicked ass. Because you said at not his counsel, you know. It says, verse 28, then shall they call upon me, and I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. You know, they're going to be running trying to get this truth, you know. They're going to be trying to, you know, I need to do this, I need to do that. It's going to be too late for all that, you know. It's going to be too late. In verse 29, for they that hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. They not choosing the fear of the Lord. They still willing to smoke their weed, you know, do they party and bullshit, you know. They in a state of rejoicing, you know, cause ain't nothing happening to them right now, you know. But the Lord gonna shut all that shit down. In verse 30, they were none of my counsel. They despise all my reproof. You know, everything that going on around, they not worried about that shit. You know, they going home trying to roll up a blunt, you know, play their little video games, play their little 2K bullshit, you know. Ain't nobody thinking about the Lord. Even what's all going on in the world right now, they not thinking about the Lord. In verse 31, therefore shall they eat of their fruit of their own way, you know. Since you want to be given unto wickedness, wickedness gonna pursue your ass. Death gonna pursue you, cause death is the transgression of the law. You know, that's sin. You know, which implements death unto your life. Therefore shall they eat of their own fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. You know, cause they not choosing the Lord. You know, they choosing bullshit. And I ain't had this, but I'm going to go to it anyway. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 1. And it reads, woe be unto thee, Babylon, and Asia, and woe be unto thee, Egypt, and Syria. Gird up yourselves with clothes of sack and hair. Bewail your children, and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. No, the Lord is telling you your destruction is at hand. It says a sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? Who gonna stop the Lord from doing what he set out to do? It says a fire is sent among you, and who may quench you? Who gonna be able to deal with everything when the Lord send it? Who gonna be able to deal with that pestilence, that famine, you know, that hour of temptation, that where you can't feed your children and things like that? Who gonna deal with that nuclear fire, the missiles, you know? Who gonna be able to quench that? Who gonna be able to sustain themselves in that day? It says plagues are sent unto you, and who is it? He that may drive them away. Who gonna stop this from all happening? Who gonna stop it? It say, may any man drive away any hungry lion in the wood. If you see a lion in the woods, right, and it's hungry, you think that lion just gonna stop, you know, because you don't want it to come upon you? You think that lion gonna stop from trying to eat your ass? Or may anyone quench the fire in stubble when it has began to burn? You know, let's just say, you know, all these woods, you know, all these trees, you know, start to burn. Who gonna stop that fire from happening? Who gonna stop a forest fire? You know? Likewise, when the missiles drop, who gonna stop that from happening? It says, may one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer. You know, if I shoot an arrow from this place all the way